The story has just begun. Remember Lillian the Demon Empress? What happened to Lin Moyu's 4 wives? And what secrets does Antares hold? The quest for the truth, and what lies beyond the divine city and the legendary Shamajan, begins now. With that, let's continue.
Everyone in the secret realm was expelled. Lin Moyu didn't know what the Human Emperor Network was planning, but he was sure it was something significant. The Human Emperor Network's actions indicated that something major was about to happen. It might not even be the Human Emperor Network's doing, but rather the actions of those powerful beings at the other shore realm. Amidst the confusion, everyone who had been expelled from the secret realm simultaneously received a notification from the Human Emperor Network. The noisy scene instantly quieted down. All those who have left the secret realm are considered to have completed the secret realm task and will receive a unified reward of 10 points of Divine City merits, *. Those who had been complaining a moment ago now showed expressions of joy. They were all considered to have completed the task and received 10 points of Divine City merits. There was no better news than this, and the complaints disappeared instantly. Everyone was overjoyed, their faces beaming with happiness. Those who hadn't been in the secret realm were curious and asked what had happened. Upon hearing about the reward from the Human Emperor Network, they regretted not entering the secret realm, missing out on the 10 points of Divine City merits. Lin Moyu stood silently to the side, hearing different information from others. Congratulations on completing the first stage of the Poison Bee Secret Realm task, reward, 10 points of Divine City merits, *. Congratulations on completing the second stage of the Poison Bee Secret Realm task, reward, 50 points of Divine City merits, *. Congratulations on completing the third stage of the Poison Bee Secret Realm task, reward, 200 points of Divine City merits, *. Congratulations on fully clearing the Poison Bee Secret Realm, reward, 300 points of Divine City merits, *. 4 notifications echoed in his mind. A total of 560 points of Divine City merits as task rewards. Lin Moyu couldn't help but murmur, it seems earning Divine City merits isn't that difficult after all. Previously, during the competition, Xu Jianxing had said that earning Divine City merits was extremely difficult. Even earning 1 point of merit was not easy. But in his first task, entering his first secret realm, he had earned 560 points of Divine City merits. Adding the 300 points he already had, his Divine City merits suddenly increased to 860 points. Suddenly, someone exclaimed, "Look, the secret realm is disappearing." Everyone looked at the secret realm, and the light ball of the secret realm was gradually shrinking. A few seconds later, the light ball shattered like a bubble and disappeared from everyone's sight. Someone exclaimed, "I know, someone has cleared the Poison Bee Secret Realm. I remember, when someone clears a secret realm, it permanently closes. Oh my god, no wonder we were expelled. Someone cleared the entire secret realm. Who is this amazing person? I want to worship them. I want to worship them too. This is not something an ordinary person can do." Everyone was looking for the person who cleared the Poison Bee Secret Realm, trying to find out who it was. In the history of the human race, there have always been extraordinary individuals with combat power far beyond ordinary cultivators. Some secret realms have been completely cleared by these people. Each time a secret realm is cleared, it permanently closes. But with hundreds of people present, no one admitted to it, making it difficult to find the person who cleared it. Lin Moyu tried to sneak away, not wanting to attract attention, as it would be too troublesome. At this moment, someone shouted, "The Human Emperor Network has issued an announcement. Everyone, check it out." An announcement? Lin Moyu was stunned. What was an announcement? Instinctively, he entered the Human Emperor Network and saw a huge announcement displayed in text form. He could close the announcement with a thought, but if he didn't, it would remain. Divine City Announcement. Primary personnel Lin Moyu has successfully cleared the primary 12,998 star system Poison Bee Secret Realm, *. This secret realm will now be permanently closed, and related tasks will be cancelled, *. So this is an announcement, only issued to the Divine City Star region. No wonder I hadn't seen it before. The Divine City Star region is the base of the Human Emperor Network, where its power far exceeds that of the outside world. Here, the Human Emperor Network can easily interfere with reality and perform many operations. Others might not understand what clearing a secret realm means, but Lin Moyu did. Ultimately, it was the giant hand formed by the Human Emperor Network that forcibly took the rune pillar. It wasn't the Human Emperor Network that closed the secret realm. It was because the rune was taken, causing the secret realm to disappear. The secret realm was originally created by that corner of the rune, and now that the rune was gone, the secret realm naturally vanished. Lin Moyu understood this, knowing that the rune was related to the power of rules and ancient secrets. The powerful beings at the other shore realm in the human race were all very interested in ancient matters. Not only the powerful beings, but Lin Moyu himself had collected many rune fragments this time. He speculated that other secret realms might also contain various runes. If he cleared a few more, he could collect more rune fragments and earn more rewards. Meanwhile, the Human Emperor Network could obtain ancient runes. This win-win situation seemed quite appealing and worth pursuing. Just as Lin Moyu was thinking about which secret realm to tackle next, he felt countless gazes on him. Oops. Lin Moyu realized something was wrong. He had been so caught up in his thoughts that he forgot the Human Emperor Network's announcement would make him the center of attention. Moreover, his information wasn't fully hidden. Everyone could see his name and realm. There were many people named Lin Moyu, but in this place, he was likely the only one. Sure enough, Lin Moyu found himself surrounded, making it difficult to leave. Master Lin, I bow to you. Junior brother Lin, it's really you, you're amazing. How did you do it? Do you have any secrets? How many stages are there in the Poison Bee secret realm? What are the rewards for clearing it? Everyone bombarded him with questions, looking at him as if he were a true deity. At the same time, Lin Moyu received a large amount of belief power. With the Divine City announcement, belief power began to pour into Lin Moyu. For the cultivators in the Divine City Star region, the first place in the 4-star region competition was impressive, but they had their own pride. Many believed that the Divine City was the most powerful place. Even the first place in the 4-star region competition would be just an ordinary genius in the Divine City. Historically, many first-place winners ended up as ordinary talents in the Divine City. Now, Lin Moyu had come to the Divine City and immediately cleared a secret realm. This was like a bombshell. Clearing a secret realm was not something an ordinary genius could do. Even top-tier geniuses couldn't achieve it. In the history of the human race, those who could clear secret realms were rare. If secret realms were easy to clear, there wouldn't be so many in the Divine City Star region. They would have been cleared long ago. Lin Moyu's actions proved that he was a true top-tier genius. On star 12,998-1, in the Mu family. Mu Shuyuan rushed into Mu Xiaogu's courtyard, shouting, "Xiaogu, check the announcement quickly." Mu Xiaogu, who was meditating, was startled by her father's loud voice and complained, "Dad, you almost scared me to death." Despite her complaints, Mu Xiaogu checked the announcement in the Human Emperor Network. The next second, she was stunned. Her mouth twitched, and after a long time, she finally said, "Junior brother Lin, you're amazing." In the tea house, Chu Ji let his teacup fall to the ground, speechless. He wasn't the only one. Many in the tea house had the same expression. Chu Ji couldn't believe that the secret realm that almost killed him was cleared by Lin Moyu. How did he do it? The entire Divine City Star region was in an uproar because of this announcement. Lin Moyu instantly became the focal point of the Divine City. In every area, regardless of level, countless people were discussing Lin Moyu at the same time. Unfortunately, Lin Moyu's information had now been hidden and classified as top secret. Even peak god sovereigns like Zhu Tian couldn't access it. Only those at the other shore realm could view Lin Moyu's information. Some of Lin Moyu's deeds could only be spread by those in the know, but the accuracy of these accounts was questionable. In the pitch-black void, Lin Moyu flew silently and invisibly. He had hidden his information, making it impossible for people to find out who he was. After finally breaking free from the crowd, he transformed into a stream of light, shaking off everyone. Being surrounded felt like being in a zoo, with everyone watching a rare animal. Lin Moyu wasn't the type to enjoy flattery and praise. He preferred being down to earth. Compared to this, he found people like Chu Shang and even Mu Xiaogu more to his liking. He didn't even return to the 12,998 star system but instead flew towards the nearest 12,301 star system. He knew that many people had already arrived at the 12,998 star system. If he went back, he would be walking into a trap. Traveling from one star system to another was a long journey. Based on the distance, it would take about 100 days of flying. This was the closest distance, and Lin Moyu had no choice. He couldn't afford to waste 100 days. Lin Moyu summoned a skeletal dragon to carry him while he used the time to systematically study runes. He could still access the Human Emperor Network here and compare it with the information in Fuyu. 100 days wasn't long enough to fully understand runes, but it was enough to establish a basic framework. Besides studying runes, he also needed to research the power of belief. His power of belief was now unprecedentedly vast and growing every moment. The power of belief had many wonderful uses, but he hadn't had much time to explore them. His cultivation time had been too short, and he had been moving too fast. Now, he could use these 100 days to calm down, study the information, and settle his soul. In the core area of the Divine City, within a blazing fireball, a giant hand covered in runes flew out, bringing back the rune obtained from the Poison Bee secret realm. The rune fell into the hands of Elder Shu. Although this rune was just a corner and somewhat incomplete, it still contained powerful rule-based power. This power was so intense that even looking at it would cause Lin Moyu's eyes to sting, and forcibly memorizing it would lead to quick forgetfulness. For other god kings, just one glance would be enough to shatter their souls and end their lives. Half a day later, a majestic voice slowly spoke, "Have you discerned anything?" Elder Shu replied, "This is just a corner of a rune, altering some rules, but its power is not strong. If I'm not mistaken, this rune in its complete form should be a third-tier ancient rune." "Only third tier?" the voice asked again. Elder Shu nodded, "It should be. After all, it's just a secret realm in a primary star region. Third tier is already quite high." After a moment of silence, the majestic voice spoke again, "What about the little guy who cleared the secret realm?" Lady Yu chuckled, "He's flying. He doesn't dare to return to the star system to use the teleportation array." Gentle laughter echoed in the silent starry sky. This situation had been anticipated long ago. The skeletal dragon transformed into a stream of light, flying towards the nearest 12,301 life star system at a speed of 150,000 kilometers per second. In the Great World, the distances between star systems are vast, usually measured in light years. At Lin Moyu's speed, it would take several years to traverse. But the Divine City is different. The star regions within the Divine City have been clearly manipulated, and the distances between star systems are not far. If you shrink the map of the Divine City, you can see that the distances between star systems seem to follow specific rules. All the star systems are arranged in a special pattern. Lin Moyu sat cross-legged on the back of the skeletal dragon, his consciousness fully immersed in the Human Emperor Network. The Human Emperor Network contains 5 Human Emperor training grounds, each with a sea of laws. 4 of these seas belong to the 4 major star regions of the human race. The central Sea of Laws belongs to the Divine City. The Sea of Laws in the Divine City is not freely accessible. Only those who have obtained Divine City qualifications can enter. Besides qualifications, there are other conditions. Of course, Lin Moyu met all these conditions. The Sea of Laws in the Divine City is much larger than those in the 4 major star regions, with more comprehensive laws. It almost covers all third-tier laws. Nearly half of the second-tier laws are also present. Most of the well-known laws can be found here, represented by corresponding law stars. Through these law stars, one can quickly comprehend laws, greatly accelerating cultivation speed. Moreover, time in the Sea of Laws is accelerated. With Lin Moyu's current realm, he could reach the maximum acceleration of 100 times. Training here for 100 days would only be equivalent to 1 day in the outside world. The law stars in the Sea of Laws were useless to Lin Moyu. What he needed was the 100 times time acceleration to gain more time for himself. He scanned the Sea of Laws, looking for a quiet spot. There were many people here, all quietly sitting and comprehending their respective laws. Soon, Lin Moyu found a corner and sat down quietly. He didn't need to comprehend laws, he just needed to be within the Sea of Laws coverage. Lin Moyu observed the Sea of Laws for a while and muttered to himself, "If I get the chance, I must visit the real Sea of Laws in the future." The Sea of Laws before him was a virtual world within the Human Emperor Network, not real. In the real world, there is a true Sea of Laws. The Sea of Laws in the Human Emperor Network is actually a projection of the real Sea of Laws. The virtual Sea of Laws in the Human Emperor Network is already extremely magnificent, so the real one must be even grander. A nearby elderly voice said, "Young man, you have great ambitions." Lin Moyu was slightly startled and turned to see an old man in black sitting not far from him. The old man was holding a fishing rod, fishing. Lin Moyu was dumbfounded. Were there fish in the Sea of Laws? Although it was called a sea, it wasn't a real sea. It was filled with intertwined laws, projected by the Human Emperor Network, not real. Then, Lin Moyu's eyes narrowed. He realized that the old man wasn't real either. The old man, like the Sea of Laws, was a projection of the Human Emperor Network. In other words, the old man was not only fishing here but also fishing in the real Sea of Laws. Lin Moyu's heart trembled, and he roughly guessed the old man's identity. He was either a powerful being at the other shore realm or the spirit of the Sea of Laws. If the real Sea of Laws were considered a powerful treasure, it wouldn't be impossible for it to have a spirit. Lin Moyu asked, "Senior, have you caught any fish?" The old man's voice was calm. "Does it matter?" Lin Moyu pondered for a moment and then smiled. "Thank you for the lesson, Senior." The old man gently shook his head. "I didn't say anything." He said nothing, but he said everything. Lin Moyu asked about the result, and the old man answered about the process. Sometimes, the result is very important. But many times, the process is equally crucial. Sometimes the result is predetermined, and no matter how much effort is put in, the result may not be good. But if no effort is made, the result will almost certainly be bad. Isn't everyone striving for a good result? Lin Moyu reflected on himself, knowing that he was in such a situation. He was working hard to become stronger, strong enough to change everything, to defy fate. But could he really do it? He wasn't sure, not at all. He could only give his all in the process. But the final result was really hard to say. The runes of the great world are strong, the ultimate goal pursued by everyone in the great world. But even the runes of the great world are still broken. They encountered a more powerful and terrifying force. Even the runes of the great world cannot control their own result. So Lin Moyu's goal was very high and grand. He wanted to surpass the runes of the great world, to truly control all results. He gathered all the rune materials he could find, starting from the most basic free materials, reading them bit by bit. Later, he found some materials that required points to access, and he bought them all, spending points to acquire them. There were many rune materials, costing nearly 10 million points. But he was wealthy, with assets exceeding 700 million points. 10 million points were just a drop in the bucket. In the Sea of Laws in the Divine City, others had to spend 100,000 points every day to train. If they trained here for 100 days, that would be 10 million points. This was not a small amount. Many god kings couldn't come up with 10 million points. After all, with the 100 times time acceleration, 10 million points were well worth it. Compared to the time house, the time spent in the Sea of Laws could accelerate the understanding of laws without consuming real lifespan, offering many benefits. Most god kings who came here to train experienced both pain and joy. As for Lin Moyu, he didn't need to spend any points. He had a total of 3,500 days of training time in the Human Emperor training ground, meaning he could stay in the Sea of Laws for 3,500 days without spending any points. 3,500 days in the Human Emperor network was nearly 10 years, equivalent to 35 days in the real world. After repeatedly receiving training time rewards from the Human Emperor training ground, Lin Moyu had never had the chance to use them. This time, he could use all the time. For the remaining time, he could choose to use points. As for the Divine City merits, he would avoid using them if possible. As time passed, Lin Moyu absorbed a vast amount of knowledge related to runes. In his mind, he gradually established a complete rune system. This was a system formed entirely based on his own understanding, self-taught from existing materials without any guidance. The system might be imperfect, but it bore Lin Moyu's own imprint, different from anyone else's. Imperfections didn't matter. As Lin Moyu's research on runes deepened and his vision broadened, most imperfections would be corrected. During the process of establishing the rune system, Lin Moyu constantly had insights. Strangely, Lin Moyu felt a sense of déjà vu, not towards a specific rune but towards every rune. It was as if he had seen these runes somewhere before. He slowly raised his finger and drew a rune in the air. This was the most basic rune, representing the most basic spell, flame spell. In the small world, there was a profession called elemental mage. Elemental mages had a skill called fireball spell. The flame spell was an evolution of the fireball spell, a higher level product of the skill transforming into a spell. In the small world, the flame spell was an impressive spell. Its power could compare to divine spells. A single flame spell could evaporate and burn mountains, rivers, and seas. But from the perspective of the great world, the flame spell was really weak. At the true god level, it was basically unused, just a small spell for the super god realm to play with. Lin Moyu wrote his first rune, a seemingly simple, fire character. Although it was a basic rune, not everyone could write it. It required not only form but also spirit. When Lin Moyu wrote the rune, he infused it with his spirit. The soul power of the other shore realm flowed like a stream from Lin Moyu's finger into the rune. The rune was successfully written, and the fire rune turned into a fireball, shooting into the sky. Boom! A layer of crimson fire clouds suddenly appeared above the Sea of Laws. Countless flames churned in the clouds, as if they could fall at any moment. The fire clouds emitted an astonishing aura, surpassing the true god realm and reaching the god king level. Many people who were training were startled, looking at the crimson fire clouds above the Sea of Laws with suspicion. Lin Moyu didn't expect that just drawing the simplest basic rune would cause such a commotion. But the rune was already activated, and he couldn't stop it unless he used a stronger force to disperse the crimson fire clouds. At this moment, the old man not far from him gently tugged the fishing rod. The Sea of Laws gently shook, and the crimson fire clouds were instantly dispersed. The crimson fire clouds shattered like bubbles, disappearing as if they had never appeared. Many people returned to their training state. Lin Moyu breathed a sigh of relief and bowed to the old man. "Thank you, senior." The old man shook his head. "Don't try this in the Sea of Laws." Lin Moyu understood. "I understand, senior." Lin Moyu realized that the Sea of Laws was a place for training, not for experimenting with spells. Especially his runes, which were drawn with the soul of the other shore realm. The same rune, when drawn by him, had far greater power than others. Putting away the thought of testing other runes, Lin Moyu checked the time. From the moment he entered the Human Emperor training ground and came to the Sea of Laws, 3,000 days had passed. Although only 30 days had passed in the real world, his consciousness in the Human Emperor network had truly experienced 3,000 days. Nearly 9 years had passed in the blink of an eye. Indeed, there is no time in cultivation. The basic rune system was established, and he had his own understanding of runes. He had even mastered most of the basic runes. In other words, his foundation was solid. To further study runes, he could either find a teacher or join a sect or family proficient in runes. Of course, he could also self-study. But self-study required a lot of materials, some of which were not easily obtainable. The Human Emperor network had such materials, but they required divine city merits to exchange. Besides that, Lin Moyu had another path. He had the Fuyu, given by Elder Shu, which he could continue to study. The runes recorded in Fuyu were more advanced than basic runes. In Lin Moyu's rune system, he divided runes into 3 levels. The lowest level he called basic runes, like the flame spell he had just drawn. The runes recorded in Fuyu belonged to high-level runes. The rune fragments seen in the Poison Bee secret realm were called ancient runes. With his current ability, he could start practicing high-level runes, but he was still far from ancient runes. Lin Moyu spent another day carefully reviewing all the rune knowledge before truly stopping. He didn't continue studying Fuyu, but instead took out the materials he had obtained from Hu Tian and Bai Shao to start researching the power of belief. At the same time, he bought all the available materials on the power of belief from the Human Emperor network. The entire process was the same as studying runes.
A teaser for future episodes. Guys, remember the old guy fishing in the Sea of Laws? Who he really is and his true significance to the Divine City will soon be revealed. So stay tuned, and together we'll unravel the truth one by one.